very sick John Barrowman left Celebrity SAS last night. He didn't spend a night in camp. He joins me from Sydney, Australia right now. It's so good to see you. Now, look, John, you weren't in a good place when you signed up to do this. You know, we know that you're effectively cancelled after allegations of inappropriate behaviour. Why did you sign up? What was the idea behind it?
Well, the idea behind it was I thought that it would, give you a chance to tell the story, and also the show itself helps people come to terms with things that they're struggling with or have gone through. And that's why I did it. I thought, well, give it a whirl, see what happens. And also, I do like a challenge. And so I went, did it. We started on that full day that we started early in the morning, and then got to the point you're seeing now where we did the crossing across the bridge, which those kind of things don't really bother me. But having watched the show, Lorraine, and seen it, I looked at myself even when I was doing the interview bits, and I saw that angry person, the person who was still upset, the person who was still in a bad place. But as I went through kept going through that first day, and they were saying things like, you don't know who you are. You've got to discover who you are. You are, you've got to find out who the real person is, and you're, all the kind of stuff they say to kind of build you back up. I kept saying to myself, I know who I am. Right. I know who John Barrowman is. I've made a mistake here, and that was in the bit when we were having the walkthrough. And then when I realized that light bulb went off, then I started getting sick. So I thought, wait a minute, I'm in a situation here. I know who John Barrowman is. I'm starting to get sick. I need to make a conscious decision if I'm going to continue here. But then that was it. I just said, I'm out, because I didn't think I could do it if I was sick.
No, indeed, and you could see, I mean, goodness me, when you say you were sick, you really, really were, John. It was absolutely horrendous. And also, that's interesting what you say, but you knew who you were, because these shows do break people down, as you said. They break them right down to build them back again, but you felt as if, well, actually, I don't really need to do that. How are you feeling now it's aired and it's gone out? How are you feeling about the whole show and the whole sort of experience now?
I feel really good about it, and the show did exactly what it was meant to do. It made me realise who I was, and the thing is, and saying that, John Barrowman's always helped other people come to terms with who they are, helping them come out, dealing with their homosexuality, or dealing with their bisexuality, or being transgender. So I've always helped people in the past to deal with that. So for me to make that decision, and now having come out and thinking about it, it was the best decision I ever made, and the best decision to do the show, because the show did exactly what it was meant to do for me, but just in a short period of time.
Yeah, so you got out of it, in a way, John, you got out of it what you needed at that point.
Absolutely. And I don't regret doing what I did. I don't regret going to the show. And I would say to anybody else who is asked to do it, get in there and do it, because that's the point of doing it. It literally, that light bulb, I can the moment I was walking through, you didn't see it on television, obviously, but we were walking through the cafeteria, the area where we were going to be eating. And I said to the psychologist afterwards, I said, look, that's when it happened. They said, yeah, we saw it in your face. Your face just changed.
Wow. Yeah, so they could see it. They could actually see it. And did they try to talk you out of it, or had you just made the decision and that was that?
Lorraine, they tried to talk me out of it. They tried to keep me in, and I understand why. But in my head, I had made the decision, and I knew I made the right decision. I know who John Barrowman is. I know that no matter what the trolls say, I know that my mum loves me, my dad loves me, my family loves me, my friends love me, and that's the most important thing.
And also, John, you've got incredibly loyal fans as well who have stuck with you. They really have. And looking forward to seeing you. Is it next year we shall see you in Laid Bare? This is going to be actually quite an interesting and very open and honest tour, isn't it?
It is. And it starts in October. I come over in a couple of weeks, start rehearsals, and Laid Bare will be 46 dates around the UK up until the end of November. And then we come back in February and March and do Scotland, and we do Wales. So it's going to be very different. It's going to be a up close and personal, but people are still going to be entertained. It's how music has brought joy back into my life and brought joy to other people around me. And I'm going to celebrate that on stage, myself and a piano, and telling stories that are going to be stories that haven't been heard before, but also being really honest and upfront about what I've been through and also where I am now.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us. I think you absolutely did the right thing. And if it works for you, you've got to do what's right for you. And I'm glad that you have. And when you're back over here, come in and see me.
I certainly will. And if they ask you to do it next year, you should do it, Lorraine.
No, I don't. Maybe not on the telly. I might do it just for fun. Thank you so much, John.